Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that. 14 yards on play number 1. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Now you look at the Saints defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
They'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Now a 2nd and 6. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Saints very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. And you look at the Saints defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 3.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third down and 6.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11.
He'll drop to throw. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth.
Check smash. Check smash. Go.
They run. It's Kamara. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll drop to throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged. And it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And the ball is knocked out. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the run.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Chris Olave. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, after the first quarter, it was just complete disaster for them. Everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter 2.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win? This is one that this team will remember forever, as well as their fans.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
On the double.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Hey, check that.
This
check
drive
that.
here
Street.
beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Red. Go check. Go check.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He completes this to Russell Gage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down, Buccaneers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. But there's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
Here we go.
Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Panther Street. Panther Street.
They start the second half with Kamara. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Kamara running on first down, but finding nowhere to go as he's bottled up behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. On the counter, here's Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Pete Werner. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bucs' 19-yard line.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now 3rd down and very long. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. 3rd down. All you're thinking is, what can we do?
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Rachaad White, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On the set.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of full time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Take over first down and goal to go at the 5-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Samaje Perine taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Ready?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Out of the gun now on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Hey, smash Bronco! Ready?
Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This is 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Touchdown, Saints! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. J.K. Dobbins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit. One play,
80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Kamara try the right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. And quickly they get to the line.
Go! 70.
2nd and 6.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense,